It is now time for all things current California politics, joined again this week by the editor-in-chief of Capital Weekly publication, Rich Eisen. Rich, good to have you back here. So Scott Wiener, state senator, has said he's going to be running for Congress for Nancy Pelosi's seat. She's in her 21st year. She's 85 years old. She is probably going to make an announcement shortly, I guess, after the Prop 50 election as to what she's going to do. Is it her time, and does Wiener have a shot at this? What do you expect Pelosi to do?
Well, yes, I think it's her time, absolutely. I do think he has a shot. He has made it very clear to me and to many others over the years that he was waiting for her to decide she was not going to run for re-election.
Right.
It seems very clear that maybe she's waffling on that, or what I think is really happening is maybe she appears maybe to be endorsing somebody else, which is thought to be Connie Chan, San Francisco City Supervisor Connie Chan. There's other folks in the race as well. I think Scott has a great chance, though. He's had a really, really big year, big couple of years, big bills, housing and tech and pharmacy issues. So he's going to be a very formidable opponent, even if she stays in the race.
Okay. She also came out quickly and endorsed Eleni Kounalakis for governor right away.
Yeah.
And then that didn't necessarily work out so well.
I think we're in the middle of a generational shift.
Yeah.
Certainly around our capital, it's going to get everybody sooner or later.
Yeah, maybe New York City as well. Prop 50 race, everywhere you look, it says it's too close to call. And I'm going to ask you this. If it's too close to call, it's polling 50 to 35%. How is that close?
It's not.
Why are people saying it's close? Is this just to build interest to get people to vote?
Possibly. It depends on who's saying it. I will say this. I saw another poll this morning that showed the gap was even wider. The no side has had trouble raising money. They initially said they were going to raise me. Kevin McCarthy said, we're going to raise $100 million. Well, they haven't even come close to that combined, even with massive money from people like Charles Munger. So meanwhile, the yes on 50 side just keeps raising money hand over fist. I don't think it's that close, but as we draw nearer, I still talk to people every day who are saying they're undecided. So it's entirely possible it's closer than what the polls say.
The governor is ordering the California National Guard in for food banks.
Yeah.
Is that something unusual, and is that a good use of the California National Guard, and what will they be doing?
Well, it's not that unusual. I mean, they've called the Guard in before for a variety of things. They, they do with wildfires or other disaster aid, those kinds of things. My understanding of what they're going to be doing here is help distribute food. Of course, with these federal cuts and the government shutdown, all the food banks are struggling a little bit. So the governor is also fast-tracking some state money for some of the food banks. So I think they're basically just going to be lending a hand wherever they can. But it's not that unusual at all.
Well, would this be something that the Republican side could use, saying we're using the National Guard to go into all these unruly cities? The governor is also using the National Guard as well. And Senate.
Well, but the National Guard in every state is always under the control of the governor. What we're seeing a lot with the feds, of course, is that they are taking unprecedented control of the Guard to be used for law enforcement purposes. That is what's the unprecedented part. Those are really two very different scenarios.
Okay. Rich Eisen, Capital Weekly. Rich, always good to get your perspective. Appreciate it.
Yeah.